Welcome back to the Suno channel. We are super excited to announce Studio version 1.1, where we've made a bunch of small fixes here and there and introduced 2 brand new features that I'm excited to tell you about. So let's start with the little things. So if I split this song into stems and I want to export this multitrack as a bunch of stems within a zip file, I come up here to the top right corner to export, and then I click multitrack. And previously, I had to wait anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, depending on my Wi-Fi speed, to get those stems. Now we have that render time down to about 10 seconds. You'll still have to download it afterwards, but you should get your audio much, much faster, which means more time for making music and less time waiting around bored. We also went ahead and redesigned this project browser, because before those colors were just totally blinding, particularly in a dark room when you're in your producer flow. So this new design should be a little bit easier on the eyes. But now on to the big stuff. So if you double click on a track, you'll notice this brand new track details panel that comes with a EQ. An EQ is probably the most basic way to shape sound. This little like matrix looking graph thing has all these dots that you can click and drag. And you know that X horizontal axis corresponds to frequency, and then up and down corresponds to volume. So if I want to take this synth, for instance, and make it sound warm and dark, I can go ahead and I'll enable dot number 5. I'll turn it into what's called a low pass filter, which means that the lower frequencies are gonna pass through, but the higher ones are gonna be filtered out. So let's go ahead and listen to this. I'll play a more interesting part. So here, yeah, so you can hear when I open up that filter, there's a lot of hissy, bright noise up there. So with the filter, I can attenuate that, make it sound a little bit nicer. There's tons of other content on the internet as well that will teach you all about how to use EQs, but I'm just stoked that now in Suno Studio, you have control over the sound on each individual track. The other huge change we've added a cover mode on stems. So if I highlight a stem, or really any clip on the timeline, you can see that there's now this little caret next to the replace button, and I can toggle this to cover, and it turns purple and cool. And what this will do is it will create a new clip of audio here according to my prompt, but try to retain the melody and the rhythmic groove of the thing that was there before. So if I want to hum something onto the project and then immediately flip that into an instrument, or let's say I make a song and it's got a piano part and I'd rather that be a guitar part, I can just cover that stem right onto the timeline. All right, that's all for now. We're gonna make more videos that go into the details of each of these features, so check out the channel for those. But thank you so much for watching, and leave any comments with questions or ideas down below. A lot of the changes we made with this update were actually inspired by the comments we read on that first video. So we are reading them, we are paying attention, and if you have any ideas, let us know, and maybe you'll see them in version 1.2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.